What's going on, Scrapyard family? It's your host, Fire Chicken. You're kicking it with Chicken tonight. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new, stick around, listen to some stuff. If I get boring, well, at least spike that like before you leave. I appreciate it. We talk all stuff, fight related, scrapyard related, street beefs related. You guys can come in here, ask me questions. If you're interested in coming on the show, if you're like a street beef fighter, we can do that too. I got a link I can send out for that. But I have like a whole list of things to talk about. I got a fight to premiere tonight. I got a video I want to put out that one of our very popular fighters made about his experience today at the scrap house. So yeah, with that, let's get into some stuff. I'm gonna look through here really quick because I don't want to jump right into negative stuff. I think I started writing negative stuff down when I had ideas about things I wanted to talk about. I'm like, I need to talk about this. But then I got into more positive stuff. So I'm going to skip the negative stuff for now. And I'm going to, let's see, negative, 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 negative. Okay. Let's first talk about a lot of negative. Sorry, guys. I should probably write down more positive stuff. Arm and Hammer, what is up? I'm going to start putting some of you guys like, we got Hitmon Lee here. We got Arm and Hammer in the house. We got Young J-Ro in the house. We got the director, Nepthu, Psalm K, Luffy, Pete. Anybody else want to shout out? I mean, you better say hi or you're not going to get a shout out. Oh, you know him. We got Solo the Man in the house. And one of our longest watching Kicking It With Chicken members right here. We got Illuminate the State. Oh, we got Light High Speed in the house. We got King Kai in the house. Hey, King Kai, sent you a message. Hit me back. Maybe like around 8:45 if you want to jump on. I want to point out my shirt too, Monkey MMA. That's the Scrapyard Fighter. Monkey comes out. Terry, terrific cats and songs. Whoa. I am intrigued and I want to go check out this YouTube channel for some reason. I love cats, so let's see, we got playing DBZ. Which DBZ you playing, man? I love me some DBZ. Terry in the house. Just stumbled across your live feed. So I got to point this out, guys. I appreciate you guys on Facebook watching too. Just as much as I appreciate you guys on YouTube watching, but I can't tell who is commenting, unfortunately. Tenkachi, really? Man, that's an old one. I respect that though. I respect the classics. Man, I need to get I gotta get into some more DBZ. I mean, they need to bring some more out. DBZ fighting is like Marvel vs. Capcom. Yeah. Oh, fighters? Yeah, I have fighters. It is a good. I love the visuals of that game. 4 and modded 3. Nice. I had what's the big one that is it it's not Tenkaichi, is it? No. Whatever one was huge, but I anyway, I had a modded one on my PC here. PC's great for modding stuff. Oh, it's my pops. Shout out pops. Have you guys ever had a live fight? Well, I do live streaming of our fights. So Budokai, I believe. It's not Budokai. It's the one where it's like third person, you're flying behind, like in a big open world. I like to fight high speed. You are high speed. Aren't wait, Xenoverse. Xenoverse. There it is. I have that one really modded. Pono, what is up? Dude, like some of the stuff that they did in the games back then was pretty cool. Like the fusions that never really existed and all that stuff. I loved it. I'm a gamer, like I mean I right now I bought an Xbox just so that I don't have to use my computer necessarily for gaming. Cause like I have this one so packed with fight stuff. So I don't want to use my computer anymore for gaming. Um, and another guy named Renee said they want to fight you. Roblox, nah, I don't. My ex stole the PS4. What a hoe, man! What a hoe. Oh, I got to talk about something really quick. As I'm using slight profanity. From I gotta look into this, but from what I understand is YouTube is cracking down on profanity and they will demonetize videos or age restrict them based on people use the term demonetize, but I just think age restrict is the proper term. What's up, Brian? And they will do that for light profanity now because apparently YouTube doesn't distinguish between light profanity and heavy profanity. So I'm gonna ask you guys at the fights. Definitely, definitely no potty mouths. I don't want to have to edit it. It just adds to my already high amount of stuff that I have to do for each video. The less I have to do, the better. That's why I film because I'm the editor and I know what I need to do in the filming process. Also, I got to ask if somebody is recording for me at the fights, please, cameraman, do not talk. It's like a commentary from somebody that you can't see. It's weird. Um, so no, I don't care about the chats, guys. You can say whatever you want in the chat. That's I hope you guys couldn't hear that. Anyway, you guys can say what you want in the chats. Like they're not demonetizing anything, you know, anything for that. They're doing it at the fights. The language, the audio is what they're going after. So yeah, guys, just like at the fights, if you're cornering somebody or doing an introduction, I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to bleep you. I will bleep you. In fact, I think the fight that I put out today uh, with Gallo and La Arena, one of their corners said a naughty word, and I had to beep it. So no more naughty words. Everything's turning too sensitive, guys. Let's see. Me know we can hear. Oh, so when you see this go off, you can see. See, that was me turning the mic off. I was kind of testing it because I had to yell at a kid. Um, Apparently, it's a good time to run up and down the stairs screaming. What do you think about doing first-person view fights? Well, me being in the cage filming the fights is pretty much. I mean, it's about as close as we're gonna get. Problem is with a stationary camera on like their chest, they could hit the camera. Um, I got something better in the works, so you guys will just have to wait and see on that. I know I'm putting it off. I keep telling you guys I'm doing something really cool, but it's just not ready yet. Perfection takes time. So, one thing I want to talk about is calling out fighters. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna get back to what I just said, but the director. So, look, man, I have a pretty good understanding of what YouTube allows and doesn't allow as far as content goes, as I've been doing this for about 3 years now. And I will say that I do pay attention to. I do pay attention to. Well, I have to, because if a video gets age restricted or demonetized or whatever you want to call it, I have to find out why it was, and then I have to try to correct it. And sometimes I can't correct it, and I find a way to get around it. So essentially, um, essentially with violent content like what we put out, what YouTube says is if there is a referee in the ring and they are making sure that fighters are safe and stopping it when it needs to be stopped, then then it's okay. They're okay with that. Because to be honest, like that would mean that the UFC couldn't put anything on their channel because it's essentially the same thing. They have a referee, two people fighting. As long as we're not letting things get way past the point of being acceptable, then YouTube looks at it as a sporting. It is, but that's what it is. Um, but yeah, so we try to we go above and beyond, I believe, to keep our fighters safe. That's why I've given them a good foundation, a good fighting surface, which that's why I went with the turf, that and the um that and the rain, obviously. But I see some of these other fight organizations, and look, I'm going to speak on other fight organizations really quick because um you know a lot of people in different fight organizations ask me for advice that are just coming up, or they're like, "Hey, I want to start one in my own hometown, and I'm going to use the Street Beef's name," and a lot of wild stuff. Like, I guess people just think that like you could take the name Street Beefs and just be like, "Oh, I'm just going to use that. It's just a name." Well, it's not. It's a brand. It's an organization. I mean, you wouldn't go steal you wouldn't go steal Nike and make that like, your name, because it's used by somebody else. Be your own be your own organization. Don't try to capital Whoa, neighbors shooting off guns. Don't try to capitalize on the name Street Beef when you have no ties to them. There's only like 4 branches total of Street Beefs. Any other buddy that claims to be Street Beefs is not Street Beefs. You got the Dirty South, which is in Texas. You got the Virginia branch. You got the Washington State branch, and then you have the West Coast branch, which is in Las Vegas slash Arizona. So, I mean, I just don't understand why somebody would want to use something that they didn't build, that they're not part of, that they're not even accepted in. It does take a lot of time. I'm lining up some guests. Okay. It does take a lot to you know, you guys only see like a fraction of it on camera. But yeah, I guess I need to. I get sidetracked because somebody will make a comment, and before I lose that train of thought, I want to get it over with. But yeah, anyway, I don't really support other fight clubs other than Street Beefs is what I was getting at in less words. Um is that Yeah. So I don't, because, you know, they don't do things, a lot of them don't do things the right way. They skip steps. All they care about is monetizing. People like Solo a lot because he is a badass, and the people that don't like Solo are jealous of his success, basically. Um, anyway, back to what I was saying. I guess I have to stay on topic. So, trying to find where I was even at. I'm just gonna start at the top, okay? Let's start at the top, guys. So, spectators, this is only the top of my list. I don't know what train of thought I was in when I wrote this, but it's basically going through rules and that kind of stuff. Like I told you, we got fights and stuff to premiere tonight too. We got guests. It's gonna be a good night. So just hear me out on some things, and I'll explain why I feel the way I do about these policies. When Solo was born, Chuck. Ah, man, I gotta put that one up on the screen. He ain't no badass. Well, he's no assassin, but he's definitely a badass. He's fighter of the year. He's one of our most entertaining fighters. People love to see him in the ring. He represents your average person, except he can kick people in the head like anybody without girls on trampolines. Would you like me to get some girls on trampolines, Neptu? I mean, I don't know where I'd find them, but maybe some Sasquatches. So anyway, back to my topics at hand. No extras, guys. That means like that means that like at the events, I allow a certain number of people to come out. There's reasons why I do this. For one, it's not a spectator event. It's meant for fighters and their plus ones, their aka their corners. It's meant for the event staff. It's meant for everybody that's there helping out. So, what would be the point of just having a bunch of spectators come? For one, it makes it louder. It makes it harder for the ref to hear the timer, Jeremy. It creates more trash. It tears up more parking, and it floods my porta potty with more poo poo. So there's a ton of reasons why I don't just open the floodgates to let everybody come out. Believe me, guys, like if this was an amateur thing, and I mean, I would love to be able to let people come out, let people bring their family members and that kind of stuff. I recently had a fighter kind of get mad at me, not mad at me, but they left the organization, and it had to do some things with like not being able to bring more spectators because they wanted their family to be able to see the fights. I explained that, you know, we do a live feed. I do the best I can, but this isn't really an environment that is meant for people. I mean, we can't have kids out there because of YouTube. So, people stealing toilet paper and throwing it. Yeah, dude, there's like, imagine bringing. Yeah, but Neptune losing's part of fights, man. Dude, Chronic, what's up? Coming over from Jesse, aka the Grandmaster, aka Mexican Martial Arts. Nice to see you over here. If I had if I had his little doo 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 button, I would push that right now, but I don't. Um, I bring my family to all my bar fights. That's awesome. So there's a trade-off of not being able to bring your family out. That's the exposure that you get. Okay, this guy said he wanted to get into pros, but I mean, you got to have the experience to get into pros. And then once you do get into pros, um, I don't get on Twitch at all, actually. Are you Grandmaster is here? I don't think Grandmaster is here. I've never seen him in the chat. No limit. What is up? I haven't seen you in a while. Um, but anyway, the trade-off is getting a ton of exposure. I mean, ask High Speed, you know, like a million plus views since his one of his fights. Actually, all of his fights, I believe, get a lot of views. Um, Not saying that I don't hold special slots for people to come out and spectate. I do. I just have to limit the amount of people that I have come out. So if somebody like I don't know, if somebody talks to me and pleads their case why they should come out, and believe me, guys, it has nothing to do with like there's no buying your way into a spectator slot or anything like that. The people that I have come out, I just be like, hey, I got room this month, I can let you come out, and they're respectful and they have a good time, and that's it. There's no donations, there's no collecting anything, there's no money involved with us out here. There's never been a fighter that had to come out and pay to pay to fight or got paid to fight or anything like that. And we do that to stay legal. Um, if it ever gets to the point where we do amateur stuff too, well then that's different. That's more of like a business. But but anyway, there's a lot of trade-offs to it, to be honest. You do get like a lot of exposure. You get to meet a lot of cool people. You get a really cool video edit. Let's be honest, if you've ever fought amateur, they don't promote you at all. They're for the most part caring about having gate admission and charging for seats, but like I really try to like promote you guys as far as fighters go. Like if you give me a video or something and you want it shown, to promote you and you've been fighting in the scrapyard, like I'm not stingy with that kind of stuff. I want you guys to be able to get where you want to go. And then hopefully, remember us when you make it big, but um we're here for you. So I do appreciate you guys getting in here every month or once in a while and you know, putting it all on the line and doing fights. Okay. Leaving from me. So some people leave the scrapyard because I enforce these rules. Um, I made the rules so that everything runs smooth, and I enforce the rules, and I don't make exceptions because then it's not fair. If I hold everybody on the same rule set as far as conduct at the events and all that stuff goes, then I'm not showing any bias because I'm not being biased. Whether you've been here for, one event or 20 events, don't think I don't appreciate all the hard work you put in, but I can't just like say you can do whatever you want at the events because you've been here longer. It doesn't work like that. The rules are set up for specific reasons. Most of them are obvious, some of them aren't so obvious. Kids, it might not be so obvious why kids can't come out and stuff, but it is the YouTube thing. But anyway, so yeah, it's just like everything, like the drinking thing. I tell people don't drink at the events because alcohol is not a good thing to have around fights. We're I would say like a family environment, even though like we don't let your family come out. That sounds really bad. But we're like family with each other, like we want people to be part of a community and we want to be there for each other and we don't want alcohol getting involved. And I swear, if I ever see anybody consuming alcohol before their fight, like if I catch you and you have alcohol in your hand and then I find out you want to fight after that, then dude, like that is just you might as well just have slapped me in the face. I mean that is just so openly disrespectful to do stuff like that. I mean, I opened this place up for people to come out and have an opportunity. So I expect people to have like basic respect for the environment, the fighters, and for me. Also marijuana, that's not to be done. I don't want to see anybody smoking. So I don't want to see it. Just saying. Let's see. Wait. we do a weight within 10 pounds. Is it okay to drink and watch 15 minutes of Fire Chicken? Yes, but I'm not at the fights. I'm just telling you about the fights. You're not gonna see me at the fights drinking or vaping. I don't care if you're vaping, to be honest. I know people will hide their smoke in the vape, but whatever. I don't want to see it. Or I mean, with vaping, I don't care. I just don't want it like next to the cage while people are fighting. No, like don't be blowing vape clouds in the cage that looks like a fog machine. It ain't Halloween time. Maybe you get away with it in October. You might actually. I haven't set up a Patreon. No. So that I actually have a YouTube like a membership program. If you go to my YouTube, you can hit join and you do get early access to fights. So when I edit a fight and it's not ready to come out, you can watch it on there. I do put special clips of sparring and stuff on there too. I used to do more, but it got to be so much work that I cut it down a little bit. But it does support the channel, and you do get some custom emojis and that kind of stuff. It's not a requirement. I don't keep content as far as the fights go away from. I don't keep that stuff away from you guys. So that's accessible to everybody when it's ready to release. Video today was cool. That was a good fight. You cannot smoke PCP at the fights. I'm sorry. I would prefer you not do it in your car before the fights either. Actually, I don't do drugs. Okay. So anyway, with weight, we got a 10-pound. Normally within 10 pounds of your opponent. If it's more, we talk to you about it and say there's a little bit more weight. Some people are okay with it. Some people want to stick to the 10-pound rule. I had that guy that left the scrapyard said he wants to fight somebody his own weight. And I was like, oh shit, did we give him somebody like outside of his weight? Like, did we do that? And I looked him up and it was like his opponent was like 165 and he was 162. He was like, oh, I fight at 145. I'm like, but we actually weigh the fighters. Like, but you weighed in at 162. So you want to fight somebody your own weight. I gave you somebody your own weight. You lost. And then I never heard from you again until, like I messaged you um, after you left the scrapyard group and stuff. So we don't promote weight cutting out here, guys. Like, I get that you think that you want to be competitive, but with amateur MMA, just remember you you get typically 24 hours before you fight to weigh in. So you don't get that here. My first MMA fight was an amateur fight and it was like a smoker show. I weighed in the same time. I cut from 187 down to 170. Now, that might have been with amateur fighting. Okay, maybe, but with what we're doing out here, just coming natural, guys. If everybody comes in their natural weight, then nobody's really got an advantage, right? So, Pony Boy, don't be cutting down to 135. I see you. I understand how things go. Like, you come out here, you might lose a fight. Some people blame things, but some people take losses better than others. And I get you guys put the work in, and sometimes the outcome isn't what you want, but it is what it is. Now, if it's super close, like, I mean, we can argue it and I can send it to a panel and get it checked out, but don't be asking me to do that like every month. That's like you get like one of those like ever. And then after that it's like you just got to learn to accept losses because this isn't an amateur record. This is a scrapyard. This is a street beefs record. So it doesn't mean anything as far as, like, if you wanna go pro eventually, they're not gonna be like, "Well, what was your street beefs record?" Now, do you wanna use your scrapyard record when you tell them when you do amateurs? That's up to you, but if you tell them they're street beefs fights, they might be like, "Oh, those don't count." If you just say, "Oh, I got, like, 2 fights, MMA," they'll be like, "Okay," and they might count that as experience. So, that's up to you, but technically, it doesn't count because they're amateur exhibition matches, but if you wanna use them now you can't use your amateur record out here, um, if they might count we don't count your amateur record out here, guys, so it doesn't matter if you're, like, 10-1 in amateurs, we don't count it. We only use it as a basis for experience because we really don't wanna put people up against each other. They're highly, um, different in terms of their experience. Sometimes it happens. You know what? You get a 0 and 0 guy comes out, wants to fight, and then I got another 0 versus another 0 and 0 guy. I might say, I might say like, I might want to know more about your experience. And it is a fight, guys. It's not patty cake. So if it happens, like it doesn't turn out good, like you could get knocked out. I'm just saying, it is a fight. You don't know like necessarily what your opponent's going to be like until you get in here and do it. But believe me, I try to match up fair because I want you guys to come back. I do. I want you guys to get something positive out of this. I believe the quality of the fights, the cameras, the the editing, the slow motion. I believe that is all we really need as far as having a nice production, and I believe that's all we really need in order to make our fighters stand out. I don't believe that I don't believe in setting up fights that are going to go a certain way just just for views. That's not benefiting anybody. Is Vicious coming back? I don't think so. Yeah, so take your L. That was the next thing I had on there. Take your L like a man or a woman. Speaking of which, we do need more women to fight. So, um, if anybody, any women want to come out, maybe you got a friend you want to fight. I mean, we'll set it up. Let's talk about something really quick that people don't take into consideration. This is the next thing on my agenda, and that is post production. Um, Things that you notice post production that you didn't notice when you did or when you saw the fight. Okay, so I edit the fights. I edit all the fights, and sometimes you don't see things until after, until you've got the film and you're editing it, and you're like, oh man, that was a back of the head shot. Like, I didn't see that because things happen so fast in the cage. But some of you guys are like, it was clear as day. Yeah, because I put it in slow motion. I put it in slow motion. That's why you saw it like that. So it was a surprise to me, too, when stuff like that happens. But that's post production stuff, guys. Just remember, like, sometimes our ref can't see certain things. Sometimes things don't get noticed until after because they happen so fast. Something to take into consideration. Promoting you. I think I talked about that a little bit earlier. Just that I'm here to help promote you guys. I'm really wanting to, and listen, if you are somebody that would like to sponsor a fighter, fat pickles, no, fighters do not get paid. If you are somebody, maybe a business or even just a person that wants to sponsor a fighter, then hit me up at scrapyardfighting @gmail.com. Okay, what's it mean to sponsor a fighter? Well, again, I'm saying that I'm trying to help the fighters out. So this doesn't really involve me. All I'm doing is linking people up. If somebody wants to sponsor a fighter and help them out with maybe travel or gear or whatever, then you can talk to the fighter and negotiate, and maybe you want the fighter to shout your business or your name out, at the fights. That's your negotiation or whatever. And I'll have it in the production, in the intros and everything, and whatever. That's something that can help promote the fans, the viewers. Maybe you just want a fighter to shout you out your personal name in one of the fights. Maybe you want a particular fighter to shout you out in a fight, and they don't have managers. So I'm kind of acting as a manager, but I'm more like a director. I'm directing them to the fighters. I'm not negotiating any of the terms or whatever. I just want the fighters to get like what they need to help them out. Like, I'm not trying to take anything away. I'm not trying to like get my cut or nothing like that. I don't believe that should be something that I should be involved in, because I'm just trying to promote the fighters. Oh, Ryu's coming to the scrapyard? That's awesome. No, it's not my birthday today. It's not my birthday. I actually canceled my birthday trip to Vegas. Sorry guys if you were wanting to go. Um, but it just like personal things came up, and some people couldn't make the trip, and yeah, whatever. It's whatever. Like, I'll figure something out to do locally. If anybody's interested in hanging out with an old ass chicken, um, you know, maybe get a hold of me, and we can do something. But oh man, you want to go to Vegas and party with chicken? I just didn't get enough feedback from people. I really wanted to. I really want to do it, but no, the channel's not being held back at all, man. I believe that it's like, if you knew how much traction it's picking up right now, you wouldn't say that. It really is. You're in Bremerton. Oh man, we were just there today. We had a training session. Nah, Street Beefs is an awesome organization, and like I said originally, Street Beefs for life. I respect and love what they do. Have always done. We just do things a little different out of the scrapyard as far as like what we do, but that's individuality. If scrapyards in Washington State, Fat Pickles, that's just individuality. Like, if we were all the same, it wouldn't be as intriguing to see the different branches and stuff. I'll do a big Vegas for your I'll do it big in Vegas for your birthday, Steve. My next training session, unfortunately, we're losing our gym. I'm gonna get to that eventually, Isaiah. So if you wanna hang out or whatever, and I'll talk about that when I get to it. I Again, I gotta Pono's keeping me on topic tonight, so I do got to get through the topics, and then we can do more questions and answers, QA, all that stuff, chit chat, whatever. We'll get there. I promise you. Stick around. Help at the events, guys. I can always use help. I appreciate it when people ask me for help. Sometimes I just tell them I don't really need anything. Other times, I do need some stuff. Sometimes I can't find what I'm looking for at the fights. So, can we get a showdown on the Olympic Peninsula, say Port Angeles? No, we can't. It's not moving from the scrapyard, to be honest. We're out in Gig Harbor, Key Peninsula. Yes, I did. Hitmonlee. My wife got it for me. Shout out Mandy Bear. Uh, Shout out Mandy Bear. She got it for me. It is a HyperX something S. I had the box next to me. I did, and then I moved the box. Now, yeah. Oh, it's a HyperX. Oh, it says HyperX on it. Okay, it's something S. No, it's not. Not that one. Hitmonlee. It. I know I'm off topic here a little bit, but I love this thing. Look at this. I can change the colors and everything. I can make it whatever color I want. I can make it do like crazy stuff, like blink back and forth. But but yeah, it's just cool, I guess. I think I listened to my audio and stuff, and it looked like, or it sounded like the audio was a lot better with this mic. So I might get some earmuffs because I think I can hear my audio better if I have earmuffs on. So I might do that. So anyway, help at the events is nice. We have lots of jobs that need to get done. Hey, Ordinary Pete, if you ever find somebody that'll do it, we can talk. Facebook user, Fire Chicken. I don't know who Facebook user is. That's awesome. I want to talk about our sponsor really quick. Sponsors, but Neptune, man, birthday present. Oh man, you're gonna buy me a couple drinks. Awesome. Woo! I appreciate that so much, man. It's really cool. I'm gonna challenge you to the next BJJ match, Fire Chicken. I've been getting called out like the last few months. I don't mind it. I got to roll with King Kai today. That guy's legit. That's who you should do a grappling match against. Yeah, some of the fighters do rep their backgrounds. They got that time to say whatever they want. Some of them get a little camera shy and don't say much, but I mean that's your way to make an impression on people, guys. So anyway, back to my sponsors. HKA USA is our gear sponsor. Would you ever fight? I fought in the yard a couple times. I do BJJ matches every month. Fat pickle. So I do get down. I just don't make it a habit to do boxing and stuff and MMA and that kind of stuff. I train it and I stay prepared, but I don't feel like I need to put myself out there, and I get enough promotion announcing the fights and talking to you guys. But I also would have to, I feel like to do that kind of stuff, I have to have myself at a higher level of conditioning, and um to stay on that level requires more discipline than I'm willing to give, you know, less hamburgers, less beer, more vegetables, more jumping jacks. It's and for what, and for what? But yeah, anyway, HKA USA is our official gear sponsor. So they gave us these badass custom made gloves that they created for us using our logo, and they ship us gloves every so often. And the fighters get a chance to use those if they want in their fights. Um, I've got different colors of I got red, black, white for boxing, aka boxing kickboxing. But then I also have a shipment coming soon, from what I understand, of MMA gloves in various sizes. Fire Chicken, I need a t-shirt. I don't know who you are is the problem. I know I'm on Facebook, but I can't see the Facebook. I can't see who you guys are. So anyway, we're gonna have MMA gloves. They send me other stuff too. They send me mouth guards, whatever. I try to promote them as much as possible. I think they're a great quality business. And if you want a custom pair of gloves with your name on them or whatever, hit me up. I can get you a promo code and you can have it done for a lower price. So, I mean, they have different styles. They have leather. They have synthetic, whatever. Oh my gosh, the director, been a long time follower and love the channel. Here is a birthday present. Enjoy and keep up the work. Much love from England. Wow. That is really cool. I Guys, you guys are just awesome. You don't need to send me money, but I can't say enough. Oh, 9 ether. Um, I can't say it enough, like, how cool you guys are as far as fans go. Like, you guys are like you guys are the core fan base is what you are. You guys are, like, more interested than 99.9% of the people watching because you're interested in what makes everything happen and what goes on behind the scenes. So, um, that's why I appreciate you guys so much because you guys appreciate the scrapyard so much. It just makes me like having you guys on here and having 50 people at one time, on a live chat talking, asking questions, being interested in what we do. That just makes me want to do this more. I want to do these podcasts for you guys. I want to put the time and the effort forward to give you guys stuff you like because you guys just show so much love with your comments and sharing the videos and stuff that it totally makes it worth it to me. Jesse Chun state champ out of Gig Harbor 2008. Bad. Watch your mouth. Oh, are you state champion wrestler? That's badass. Especially. Oh, dude, we're not talking about that guy. The only Mighty Mouse I talk about is Demetrius Johnson, the GOAT, the 125-pound MMA GOAT. He is breaking down our videos now. He likes what he sees apparently, or people suggest it and he reviews it. But it's cool because he's from the Pacific Northwest too. We got more eyes on us than you guys even know. Like fighters, there's people watching that you would never think that would be watching our stuff. But when some of these videos are getting the views that they're getting, and I'm expanding onto different social media platforms and trying to promote you guys that way, then these people take notice. And I'm gonna be honest, like it used to just be Facebook and and YouTube, but I started with Instagram about 6 weeks ago. I had 9,000 followers on Facebook, or I'm sorry, on Instagram. Right now, I have 123,000. That's how much our videos are blowing up. There's people watching you that I don't even know who they are, but you guys would. There's professional fighters, soccer players, professional football players, professional basketball players. Bro, like you you guys are like getting noticed by some serious people. And I'm just hoping that at some point we get into contact with like a big organization that is willing to work with us and our fighters so that when we have a fighter that wants to move it up to the next level, then it can happen. Um, One in particular I was trying to get a hold of was I'm looking up their name, the PFL. So Jake Paul just signed with them. I sent them a message, but they probably get like hundreds of thousands of messages. So they most likely won't see it. But I mean, imagine, like linking up with them and doing something like that. But um but yeah, seriously guys, there's people watching that are big names, and I want to I want to show you one of them really quick because it blows my mind every time I think about it, okay? So, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go into my Instagram here. Okay. So this is my Instagram, guys. I don't know if you can see it. We right now have 123,000 people in here. If I go to followers, that's going to show everybody that follows Street Beef Scrapyard, and then I'm going to put in this guy right here. can you see that right there? I don't know if you can even read it. Uh, maybe it is so bad. Sorry, guys. But anyway, it's Shaquille O'Neal himself. Like, for some reason, out of the 1,800 people that he follows on Instagram, we are one of them. So he doesn't follow very many people when he's got 28.2 million followers. I know you couldn't see it, but I mean, if you really want, like, I could screenshot it and send it to you. But I guess I could probably do it. I mean, you believe me though, right? I mean, but yeah, dude, it's crazy, man. I've been linking up with some people and sharing their content on just different crazy platforms and everything, and it all pays off as far as a billion. No, he's 28.2 million followers. He has been. That's pretty big. Like Dana White has like, well, probably less now. I shouldn't have used that as an example, but oh, Richard Day, man, I miss seeing you too, my man. I just want to know when you and and Gregory are going to come out here and get it on in the scrapyard. He says he's going to be like one of our best fighters, so better watch out. That's cool seeing work buddies on here. Hey, you can come visit me. I'm up at the Nuke Weld School if you want to go up and talk. Like I get pretty bored up there. Never. Oh shoot. Um. All right. So HKA. Anyway, there are our gear sponsor. They do a lot for us. It's really cool working with them. Um. They hook us up. Okay. I'm just gonna say that. Peixoto, man, Len at Peixoto does so much for the scrapyard. I can't even just you know go into too much detail. I mean, there's so much stuff. It's just anything that we need done, he does it. Oh, you need this done? You need the porta potty cleaned? He sends a cleaner out and has that done. Oh, you need this? Oh, wow, just showed up in Amazon. Like I would love to get Italian Tyson out here. I am not related to Anomaly. Contrary to popular belief, he is not my grandfather. Shout out Peixoto, Mama Bear. Uh, how does one get into street beefs? You go to our Facebook group, and it's got 29,000 members, and you're in street beefs. Then you wait. You look for a sign up post while you're in there. I met Italian Tyson when I went to street beefs for the first time back in 2018. I watched him fight MMA, and then I watched him fight. Who would I put Italian Tyson up against? He's 170. I could give him Turco. I could give him Maliko Goon. Anybody 170. So, you know, I'd obviously want to give him a tough match because he's tough. Steve, yeah. What is going on, my man? We got some free smoke in the house tonight. Dude, we're just hanging out and chilling, kicking it with chicken, talking about lots of stuff. I'm gonna get if you stick around, free smoke. Uh, I got something that I will say coming up here about Arizona. So Jimmy Fit in the house. Jimmy Fit would be a good one to put up against Italian Tyson. Jimmy Fit versus Maliko Goon would be a good one. See, I'm matchmaking. Okay. We got to discuss this one really quick. Really quick. Calling out fighters. So if you first off, if you want to fight somebody, like realistically, like you want to fight him, you should contact me because I can set it up. But if you just go out and make a post like, "I wanna fight so and then so and so might be tough, they might have a lot of pride, but they might not be technically as good as the person calling them out. So then the person might feel obligated to take that match. So basically we would be letting people dictate who they fight just because they make a call out. And I don't feel like that's right. I feel like we should try to match people up based ahead of time, based on experience and that kind of stuff. So when I see somebody call out, like it happens all the time with the two most called out fighters are Solo and Gash, because they are the most recognized fighters on YouTube from the scrapyard. So people think like, well, I could go in there and I could take this person out, and now all of a sudden I'm going to be popular. It don't work like that. And just because you feel like you're so much better than that person, it's pretty weak to call out somebody that you absolutely know you destroy just for some clout. So I don't want to see people being like, I'd fight Solo, like, no, how about you come out and I put you up against whoever, and if you keep it up, I'll give you somebody like Terrifier. I mean, nobody calls out Terrifier. Nobody calls out Jay Gotham. How come people aren't calling these guys out? Nobody's calling out Maliko Goon. So it's certain people that get called out, and it irritates me. I'll never give somebody who they want by calling out like that, and don't ever think about starting a fake beef with them, because beef's got to be consensual. They can't be one sided. That's not a beef. That's just hate. Nobody freaking wants to fight high speed either. Come on, guys. Like, you want man, you want that experience. You want to come out and just like challenge a level 1 when you're like a level 5 just to get an easy win on your record. That just looks really weak, and the people hate it watching on YouTube. I mean, I wouldn't let that happen, but people have come out and lied about their experience to get an easy fight. Maliko Goon next scrapyard. So I got some of these people that are signed up for the events, guys. And I am looking for fights for them. I mean, we got fights on January 21st coming up. That is actually the legit day after my birthday, like my actual birthday. So anyway, yeah. Okay, now I want to talk about the March event. So the Scrapyard is doing an event in March. We are doing one on March 25th. But the West Coast is doing an event. I believe it's the weekend before, and it's down in I think it's Arizona. I can't remember the exact location. But I wasn't going to go down there because I have my own event that month, and with all the planning, prepping and that kind of stuff, it no, July would be the 3rd year ordinary Pete. Um but if it's just like a weekend thing, I might swing it because I do got a couple fighters going down there. At first, I didn't know Mesa, Arizona. At first, I didn't know like what that we had like necessarily any fighters going down there. So when I find out like Crazy Legs and Viking are going down there, like I would really like to be with them for their fights. I'm not gonna fight, guys. I don't know. Who knows? I don't want to. I yeah, just I mean, then I'd be like having to get ready and all this stuff, and it adds more stuff I have to do just to be in fighting shape to go down there. And I don't. I think I'm just gonna play manager and go down there and support my fighters, um, corner fighters. I would say do a grappling match, but I ain't gonna do no grappling in the sand. I mean, that's how you get sand in your eyes. So I'm thinking about going down there, not just because of my fighters, but I also I haven't seen Scarface in a while because he's all the way on the East Coast. I would like to hang out with him a little bit. The other people that come out with him, I haven't actually gotten a chance to meet most of the West Coast. Um, but I thought you retired, Free Smoke. He's not. He wants a Coyote rematch. Jimmy Fit does. Maybe they'll make it happen for that event, man. What if we bring down one of our fighters and you fight him? I'd, I'd honestly rather have you fight up here. I mean, it's going to be a big event for the West Coast. Oh, psh, come on, man. Take the L. Take the L. You guys can hang out and have fun and stuff at the event. I mean, yeah, I appreciate that. Humbled or get humbled. He'll fight. Dude, stop calling out people that are 155, Pono. I want you to come back, Pony Boy. I really do. So anyway, that's where we are with the Arizona event. I do want to see some people. I do want to support my fighters. What happened to Shinigami? He just had a. I think he just won a fight down on the West Coast event a month or two ago. Uh, I want to shout out and tell you guys about Fight Team 206. So they are a podcast that was around before the Scrapyard, before Kicking It with Chicken was even a thing, and they had their return show tonight. And I just want to say, like, I'm really for supporting. Um, I'm really for supporting channels and people that really support us. You know, we get a lot of videos that people copy of ours and they put them on their own channels, but most of them are like reaction videos. I could go after them as far as copyright stuff, but you know what? They're reacting to them and they're fans and like I'm okay with that. I don't feel like I need to go after somebody for something like that. Let them have their fun. Let them, enjoy watching our videos and all that stuff. So, but anyway, I'm gonna link you guys the fight team. So this is fight team 20. Oh, damn it! I get a full screen. Okay, this fight team 206 is ran by Mr. June, Hitmon Lee, and Arm& Hammer. That's who's running that. All fighters that have fought in the scrapyard before. So guys, they talk. Did I not get the link? Damn it. So that's why I'm saying like it's really important to support other people that support us. So if you wouldn't mind going over to their oh duh, if you wouldn't mind going over their channel, give them a sub. They just hit 9,000, so their channel is officially over 9,000. I know that was corny, but whatever. I'm a Dragon Ball fan. I don't get a chance to say that very often. You watched that live feed. I did see you on there, my man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys when Demetrius Johnson is doing his gaming videos. I appreciate you guys on there too when I see you. And I'm like, uh, anytime Mexican martial arts, when Grandmaster's doing his, I appreciate it so much when I see you guys supporting him and you guys coming over here and supporting us. Like I feel like the content just it transfers back and forth really well. And you can be a fan of all these different channels and broaden your horizons and support everybody else, you know? Like I try to promote people that are directly in our niche or um branches or anything, involved with us. So if you guys wouldn't mind, I posted the link there. If you guys wouldn't mind, go give Fight Team 206 a follow. And then this other one I want to show you, if you want to see the Scrapyard Fighters fighting or sparring each other in they're called Scrap House sessions. Karate Gandalf videotapes those and does some nice editing on them, so you can see me follow my face or do whatever. But I appreciate Karate Gandalf, one of the Scrapyard OGs. So anyway, support Fight Team 206. January 21st is the next event. People are signed up. February 25th, March 25th, April 22nd, and those are the dates. Sign up for the January one. The quicker you get signed up, the earlier that I can preemptively make matches, so I don't have to really worry about it as much when I'm at the events. We do our matchmaking at the events, but because honestly, we don't know exactly who's going to show up to the events until they show up to the events. At that point, I can decide who I'm going to put who up against. We have a team that does matchmaking. So, okay, no problem. I was going to have Brickhouse come on as a guest, but he can't make it tonight. That's okay. I got an opponent for him though on the 21st, and I sent his opponent a link. So, and then I've got another guest. I don't know if he's still watching, but King Kai, if you wouldn't mind jumping on too. I'm in a 6-week camp right now. We'll see how February goes. Oh damn! I finally started sparring last month. Nice. No, Mandy doesn't help with the matchmaking. She helps with everything else though. Actually, my matchmaking is done by oh yeah, King Kai, if you want to come on right now. The matchmaking is done with our referees and a few other people. Top Knocker, he helps out a lot with matchmaking. He's got a really good eye for who goes up against each other and that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I'm like the final say so on it. Like they'll match make and they'll ask me like, "What do you think of this?" I'll be like, "No, man, I know about that guy. Don't put that one together." Oh, okay. What about this one? That works. Okay. There's so much to matchmaking. You can't have a perfect match generally. The chances of that happening are super slim. Okay. Oh, I got one guest here. I'm waiting for the other one. I'll bring this one on right now, and then I'll bring him on, and we'll just go back and forth. And hey, remember, I do have a fight to premiere tonight. So, Scorpio, what's going on?
How's it going, man?
Oh, I thought you were wearing a West Coast shirt there for a second.
Oh, no.
Because the orange letter.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, but
He's like, oh shit.
Naruto. Okay, I can fuck with that. So,
Don't you mean the Southwest though?
don't open that can of worms. That was a joke that went salty.
That salty's so fast, bro.
I
Crazy.
know
Loki was a good design though.
it was. I could put it on a shirt. Dude, if you wore that, if you fought down there for the West Coast event and you wore that shirt, man, I'd fucking give you a high five and buy you a cheeseburger, man. I don't know. That's the only thing I come up with off the top of my head, man. But that'd be just funny.
If that
But
shirt
some people take
happens
it.
to be
Some
there,
people take that really serious because
Yeah.
they can't fight over there anymore. But Jimmy,
I mean,
hold
it's
on.
pretty. Like,
Jimmy says he'll wear it.
I would.
Come on, guys. They're like our brother. We gotta play nice. Yeah. So you're fighting Brickhouse.
Yes, I am.
So you would think that I would have remembered that you had fought Brickhouse before.
It's okay. I try to forget that fight too.
So I'm gonna have to ask you this though. I'm gonna need you to bring your your Yoda onesie because I want Brickhouse to wear it.
Bro, I could barely fit in that thing. You think Breakhouse gonna fit? Dude's what 6'5"?
Street beef is soft. It's street
Who's this
beefs, you
guy?
idiot.
Who's
Fucking
Aaron
God.
Carter?
I don't know.
Wait, isn't Aaron Carter the brother of the Backstreet Boy?
I don't know. Quick question to ask Scorpio: what made you want to fight in the yard?
Ooh, that's a good one. Well, like, I don't know. It's kind of late because I really started getting the last few years before it. I started getting to like UFC and boxing more, following that stuff. And every once in a while, I'd like just put on gloves and like box my brothers. And I found I was like, so I really like to fight actually. No matter what the outcome was, I just really like punching, get hit and stuff. Try not to get hit, but I really liked it and started getting to, like just really into it. So and I found what? Shut up. So my bad, my brother's in the background. But yeah, I was following the Street Beats for a while, and literally that day, I had saw, I think it was Sunshine. She had posted someone's like in the Pacific Northwest wanted to fight, and so literally that same day, I was like tracking everything out. I was like, I want to sign up. I want to get into this because eventually, I need to improve a lot more, but I actually want to go pro and stuff. Like I was thinking, like MMA, because I
Yeah.
really like the combination of everything. But also, I've been really liking boxing a lot.
Yeah.
So whichever I can, really get. I don't, but pro, is kind of like the goal.
Okay. So is it wanting to go pro to make money, or is it wanting to go pro just because you want that that title?
More just to be a pro fighter. Like I could make like the same money I'm making now and be a pro fighter. I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I think it's hard to make money as a pro fighter, but that's why I'm kind of asking, like, if you really love it and you want to pursue it because you want to move up and all that, that's cool. But I feel like when people want to do it, not saying you, but just for money, then it's like, you have to take into consideration like how many times you fight a year, if an injury happens,
Mm-hmm.
the amount of time it goes into training. So if you're wanting to be pro, you literally have to dedicate a huge amount of your time to it because it is a major thing. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Definitely.
when somebody says they fought pro, though, you can't. That's like getting a college degree, man. You can't like take that away from somebody. Like I was a pro fighter,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Was it Coach P pro MMA?
Coach P was pro MMA. We do let him box because he was never pro in boxing, but
Yeah, because but see that is pretty cool. So
it
that guy,
is.
who'd he fight?
Oh, he
I
fought
forget.
El Guanaco. No,
And what
no, was it El Guanaco?
I think
Yeah, I
it
think it
was,
was.
yeah. But who would fight? That guy can kind of go. It's like, well, I'd be a pro MMA fighter.
Yeah,
So that's kind of cool.
yeah,
But then
man.
go
That's
in there and held down.
when somebody says they were a pro, it means they have a really good understanding of everything involved in 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 mixed martial arts. You have an understanding of boxing, kickboxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu. Means that you are a dangerous person.
Yeah.
But I feel you need to be in, if you want to go pro, you need to get in a big gym. I'm talking one that turns people pro. I'm talking like you watch like Wonder Boy Thompson fight. And you're like, what gym does he train at? Like that. You got to find one of
Hmm.
these gyms. It's going to be expensive. It's going to be a lot of hard work, but that's how you get that experience. Is you get it from other people that are so highly experienced and coaches that have been coaching these people. But it depends on where you live as far as what your options are to where you can train. Like if you lived around Vegas or something, obviously there's like Extreme Couture and some of those gyms that are um, known for being associated with big time pro fighters.
Yeah, that's one of those big ones. I think. Yeah, see, for here, I have to look into because I know there's a couple ones that I don't know if they're known for it, but like there's a few pros at
Yeah.
like I can't even think of the names right now. But there's the one the Sugar Show goes to. Um,
Okay.
shit, I
Probably a
can't
lot
think of
more
the name.
options.
Yeah,
Probably a lot more options when you were out here in, was it Cleellum?
Kalama.
Kalama? When you were out here in
Yeah,
Kalama, there's probably no options out there.
yeah, no. Yeah, I was down for like a few months. I was because it was across from my work. I was going down to Portland every day for because I was at Straight Blast for a bit,
Yeah.
and that was pretty good. But yeah,
Mama Bear wants to know where's Brick House. He can't make it on the live tonight. But it is for the belt. It's for the kickboxing title, and that's going to be Scorpio versus Brick House. Um, Not a Halloween event this time. I'm not going to
hey,
discriminate, man. Though, if you want to wear the Yoda onesie, like I literally let Crazy Legs get away with wearing a onesie every event. No, I'm just kidding.
how he got away with that sailor costume, man?
You can wear the sailor costume if
Bro,
you want. I'm not
no,
saying you can't.
he's got he wears a bunch of crazy. Crazy is a big part of his name, so you gotta let him
It
slide.
is, yeah. Crazy. So when I kind of tell people like how to be like a popular fighter or whatever, I'm like, your presence, the way that you interact with the camera is
Mhm.
going to be your number one. That's what's going to get people to really want to watch you. But then you have your attire, and then you also have your skill. So I mean, if you have like all three of those, you got to have a gimmick. Yes. If you just have skill, then people are like, well, unless you're knocking people out. I mean, if you're knocking people out, sometimes your own physique can also be, like
Like Jimmy
like
Fit.
part of that too, like Jimmy Fit,
Yeah,
or Maliko Goon. Those guys are in shape and
shredded. Yeah,
shredded.
yeah, a bit from that, you know.
I wear a sweatshirt,
There you go.
but
Yeah,
yeah. So how old are you?
me, I just turned 26.
26. You got a lot of time left to make that run at being a pro.
Yeah,
Yep.
I got to do it for my
Are
thought
you
jump
living?
on me.
Are you living in Arizona?
Yeah, right now, yeah,
So you're traveling up here for the event then.
yeah. I'll be flying up the day before.
Man, you should snatch up one or two of those West Coast fighters and put them in your trunk and bring them up here to fight. I mean, one under each arm, man. You can,
That'll be my carry-ons. Yeah,
be, yeah, your carry-ons.
that
Oh, well,
fit.
if you're driving, you can put them in the trunk, but
No, I'll be flying up.
uh, I would
Yeah,
too. That's a drive.
that drive down was horrible. Like
Ordinary Pete wants to know where in Arizona you are,
me, I'm in North Phoenix.
or Phoenix.
You-
Yep. Um. Oh, I could go into this a little bit, but as far as fights go, guys, when you want your like slow motions and stuff, there's certain ways to get those. And you've been part of these before, Scorpio. On the receiving and the giving, though. I mean, to be
Yep.
honest, like if you want a nice slow motion, power shots, knockdowns, head kicks. KOs, and nut shots.
The last one's a big one.
Like the one that I hope you're all right from it, but the one
Oh yeah,
Solo got you with, man, that was like he went like this, and then he went like this, and then he locked in, and he reared up, and he honed in, and he nailed. I mean, it looked like
just direct contact. I would. I have no idea what I was even trying to do. To be honest, like it was the most laziest little kick ever, and so it opened up the target even more. So it was hard for him to miss that shot.
dude, like everyone comments like how can people get hit by Solo's kicks? But sometimes you just don't like sometimes it's already on its way and you just like what do I do?
Yeah, it's like
Cuz
it's right there already.
he's so like unorthodox, like you just don't know where it's coming from and it's like all of a sudden now it's a head kick. It's like, "Oh man."
Yeah, I mean a lot of hits. It's like once it's thrown, and you're not already like if you're not like already prepared for it, there's not a lot of chance you can block or dodge it
Right.
if it's out of nowhere.
He
Which a
did
lot.
say that he did say that you were the hardest hitting opponent he's ever had.
I'll take that. Yeah, that,
That's saying something though, man, cuz he's fought Samoan Okage, he's fought I, I'm drawing a blank. He's fought like 10 people in the scrapyard. So, I mean, he's got
yeah.
quite a few fights.
You fought El Perro, right?
He did. And
And T,
TGK,
TGK, and they look like
they look like they were hitting
they
pretty
look like they're
hard.
hitting hard. Yeah,
But I think with you, you have a lot more weight behind your punches too. And that you can feel stuff like that. You know, it just moves an object more when you're getting hit with something heavier.
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it feels good to hear that when you can't even tell if you're causing damage or not because every shot you just like yells yeah and then throws another punch.
Right. Yeah. You just got to pay attention. Like if your opponent winces like you hurt him, you just got to kind of like take advantage of it. But some people don't let you know.
Solo doesn't react.
No, I'll give it to Solo, man. Dude has been all of his fights. I don't. He's never been stopped. He's never quit. No matter how tired the guy is. People comment on you guys online. They're like, "Oh man, these guys are so out of shape." But it's like you realize that these guys just went like 3 rounds, like throwing bombs at each other, and
Yep,
you've probably never even sparred before, like a commenter or whatever. Probably never even sparred before, and you would be gassed in like the first 30 seconds because you don't know how to
exactly.
control your
Yeah,
air. But to go 3 full rounds with another person that's trying to do damage to you, it's not easy.
yeah.
Everybody, Jeremy, timekeeper, everybody says what they can do online. I would do this. I can do that. I put me in there. I'm gonna knock everyone's jaw off like that doofy guy was just saying earlier. Like you can say whatever you want, but until you put the gloves on, you get in there and you prove what you can do, then it's all talk. Talk is cheap. Glove up or shut up. Yep. So what's your weight at, man?
Oh wait, right now I'm around 298.
Oh shit, you dropped.
Yeah, yeah. Because at work they're doing this like weight loss competition, and
Oh.
like the first prize is TV. So I'm like, I kind of want that TV, and because I wasn't even planning on signing up, but then I weighed in the other day. I was like, oh hey, I can do it because
Val
I.
Oh,
Huh?
sorry. Go ahead.
Oh,
I
because
was just gonna say Valentino. Are you talking about Demetrius Johnson? Demetrius Johnson fire versus Fire Chicken? That doesn't make any sense.
what's he's like
Dude,
125.
if he's talking about if this Valentino's talking about that fucking chomo from Virginia,
Oh,
the fucking that guy, then That's just yeah. I mean, if you're into that kind of stuff, Valentino, that's on you. But we don't mess with that kind of stuff out here.
Yeah, that's a no.
Yeah, there. I have the option to block this user right here. So I just don't. I block a lot of people because I don't want negativity on the channel.
Yeah,
If people can't come on here and be respectful, then I just don't want them on here. So yeah, block. No loss. I mean, we've got a lot of people watching us, and 99% of them are respectful. So why do I got to keep one or two around?
yeah,
Anyway, sorry. You're doing a weight loss competition and you're trying to win a TV. What what
yeah.
did you what did you start at?
I think I weighed in like 325 for the first weigh in.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Tuesday after Thanksgiving.
So what are you doing to drop the weight?
Not eating like shit. No, that's that. Because I've been like kind of lazy before that started. I was like maybe a couple times a week go to the gym and not do like mostly just weightlifting. So eating better, doing a lot more cardio is the biggest part of it.
Yeah. Um, I don't know if you've tried much fasting, but I had really good success dropping weight by doing a fast. Make sure you're drinking a lot of water. Make sure when you eat, if you're already eating good, then when you are done fasting, you eat a good meal that puts, nutrients and stuff back into your body. Like Jimmy Fit says, grams of protein. But what I was doing is when I was fasting, I was working out, I was boxing. You legit do not need food in your body to have energy like people think. Your body fat provides the energy that you need, and your body burns fat off before it burns anything off. Well, not
Yeah,
true. It burns off carbs and stuff first, but if you're not putting that into your body, the next thing it goes for is the fat, your fat reserve. Um, and it can be pretty effective, especially if you're doing an hour or so of boxing and you haven't eaten. Um, your body's just attacking that fat and you will drop. In fact, I dropped so much weight. It took a little time, but I dropped so much weight, like I was getting kind of scared. Like I got down to 178 when I was doing it.
holy shit. What are you usually around? Like 180
I don't want to
something?
say what I don't want to say what I'm on right now,
Oh,
but I'm like okay, I'm like I weighed myself at the gym today and I was 200 and I'm not normally like I'm 185.
yeah. Oh, that's not horrible.
Well, no, but for somebody that's not preparing for competitions and stuff,
Yeah.
like, yeah. But Jeremy, sugars are what I like first. That's my favorite. Heart in the Fight says Shinigami question mark. I don't know what that's reference to. Maybe you're watching an older part of the stream.
Or because I don't know. Yeah. Or if they're talking about like, well, he's hard to fight.
Yeah. Let's see. Maybe he'll clarify on that. I'm sure he will. Oh shoot!
Because
I didn't notice King Kai was here. Did you just get here, or you been here for? I can't hear you. Have you been here a while? Oh man, he's been here a while. Hey, I'm gonna bring King Kai on too. Okay.
okay, cool.
There's enough screen space for all of us. Trust me. Hey, what's up, my man?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, your mic
Uh,
sounds pretty good.
Well,
You got a good mic on your phone or whatever.
oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm using my phone.
Um, this is our 170-pound MMA champion, guys.
that's right. That was a
Uh,
good fight.
Um,
thank you.
we got a little
Yeah.
bit of training in today, had a good time, worked on. I really enjoyed it because like we don't normally get a lot of people that are really into grappling, but high speed, he wants to learn grappling. I'm always down to roll. And then dude, I- I'm almost flattered like the way that this person is going about making up fake accounts just to troll us. It's kind of funny. Sorry.
What
I don't
is
mean
this?
to I don't mean to get it like, take your attention away. It's funny. It just is. But anyway, so yeah, I like it when we do get a decent amount of grapplers in there, and I feel like we'll get more when we get a bigger place. But what about you? Did you have fun today?
Oh yeah, it was great. Oh, I like the grappling that we were doing at the end, and then sparring that I saw. Like it was great. I really liked it.
Well, hopefully we get a new spot that's got more floor space. If you guys don't know, I have a gym, had a gym, but we had a floor space that had mats and heavy bags and everything, but unfortunately the location is not able to be used anymore. So we have to find a new location, and it's really cool because scrapyard fighters can come in, or whoever can come in and train when in between their fights, or just whatever, learn some new techniques, get better. We had Solo out there today, high speed. We had a bunch of people. We had a great time, but I need to find another place. So if you guys like that are watching know of any spots in say like Gig Harbor that I can find that maybe I can rent out, we could get going back again and get more stuff. I want to get a bigger spot so I can get like a cage and a boxing ring and mats and heavy bags and all that stuff, and have like a place where we can like really get some good sessions in. But yeah. So um let's ask you a couple questions, King Kai. How did you find out about street beefs first off?
Uh, Ashley, I was over at, I don't know if you guys know the place. It was over at McLeod's. It's a bar,
Yep.
and I was over there with my sister, and she had told me previously that she had a friend that was into MMA, and I was like, oh, cool. Like I didn't think anything of it. Then I met the dude at the bar, and he's like, yeah, I do street beefs, and I was like, why don't you tell me that he does this? And she's like, oh, I thought it was like it was whatever. And I was like, well, you should have told me that about it. And then me and Tiger Dragon, we actually got talking, and then that's how I end up there in September. So
Nice, nice. Tiger Dragon is actually an OG of the scrapyard because he fought back before like we even had a cage. So he's helped out with a lot of stuff. Solid dude. Um, he did message me today asking about his gloves though. I don't know if he got a hold of you or not.
yeah, yeah, I gone ahead and dropped him.
Nice. Sorry, I got something I had to delete here and block again. I have a block record here for the live session. It's one person. They keep making up fake accounts and trolling. So yeah. Anyway, so you came out, you did MMA a couple times, and you captured the 170-pound title from Scotty Showtime.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
Um, Now I'm trying to get you a match with E Money himself. I think that would be a really good match.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. I watched some of his videos, and I was like, yeah, that would be
Yep.
fun, fun fight.
Yep. I think so too. I I just gotta get a hold of E Money and ask him maybe if he wants to run that or not. Or I don't know if you're signed up for this month or not, but um
Not yet, not yet.
not
Wasn't
yet.
signed up yet.
Okay. But would you do it if he agreed to it, or would you want to wait? Or
Oh yeah, I'm going to be out there either way.
okay. I was gonna say you're like in fighting shape now, so yeah.
That's the place I want to be at, but
Yeah, yeah. It's always but it's good to have that goal, that idea of where you want to be, and then and chase it and try to get there.
right, right.
Um, but Scorpio, when was your first fight in the scrapyard? Was it against Solo?
No, it was against Biscuit Assassin.
Oh, that had a lot of slow motions in it.
It did. You just beat my ass for 3 rounds.
Oh my gosh. You got some good shots in on him though. So I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, King
I
Kai versus Jimmy. I mean, Jimmy, if you're wanting to do MMA, that would be a good one. I
was
mean,
Jimmy just
unless King
calling
Kai
one
wanted
out.
to box, but
She'll probably knock my head out off, but if that's what it takes, like, I'm down to fight whenever, whoever.
I don't know if Jimmy does training outside of boxing, but I'd have to have a talk, ask him about that. Pony Boy, eyeballing it. You can't fight 155ers, Pony Boy.
How much is Pony Boy?
He identifies as like 135, but I think he's like 235.
Oh, in that case, I'm 180.
You weigh less than me. I'm not fighting you. David versus Goliath match right there.
There we go.
King Kai's been in one of those.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Both guests tonight have beat me in the scrapyard. Hey, Solo. Oh, Jimmy Fit. I did Taekwondo when I was 12. I can kick, but rarely train it. The future, definitely down for MMA. That's cool. That's a goal, So maybe in the future, King Kai.
I'll be here.
So, who is your favorite character in Dragon Ball?
Oh, my favorite character? I'd have to go ahead and say Gohan. Or
Gohan,
Vegeta.
really?
Gohan or Vegeta. Mostly Vegeta, but Gohan's up there too.
I'm
Not
a
the
little,
great Zaman, but
I'm a little
you don't.
salty
Cell Saga.
with Gohan right
Yeah.
now for getting a free
A free
power
power
up without earning it.
Yeah.
I'm on that.
I don't. I feel like they just throw things in nowadays. It's not like the old
Come on,
Dragon
man.
Ball Z.
They could have done the whole God key thing and got him red and then blue. Like that would have been more realistic.
Right.
But it's like I don't know. Whatever. It's whatever. I still appreciate Dragon Ball content. I would like to see my favorite character is Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta.
Really?
Dude, I love the Super Saiyan 4 design. I really do. I think it's just like back to the basics, the core of what the Saiyans are with their tails and everything. Now,
Right. Right.
Dragon Ball GT, that's a different story.
Yeah. I was like,
But I really do. I like the Super Saiyan 4, and I wish there was some way they could make that Super Saiyan 4 canon eventually.
I think they're about to.
That
I
would be
think.
cool. I know Dragon Ball Heroes. I don't know if you've seen that, but you can watch it on YouTube. It's a mix of everything. The first episode, Super Saiyan Blue, Goku fought Super Saiyan 4 Goku from different dimensions.
I haven't watched that yet.
Dragon Ball Heroes, look it up.
I'm
I don't want
going
to
to
get too
now.
much into the Dragon Ball stuff because we're not a Dragon Ball, podcast. So do you got what are your plans? We talked a little bit with Scorpio about his plans for the future. What are your plans for fighting King Kai?
Well, one thing that I want to do before I actually start doing or getting into like amateur fights is to actually go to the different branches and at least get
Oh,
one fight in. I
okay,
want to try to get my name out there. So
we're going to Arizona in March. So if
right,
you're interested in a trip in March, then maybe we could do that. But
I have to see what my schedule is for my work
okay.
because if I can't really put it together, then I probably won't be able to make it.
Well, West Coast does I'm just saying that because that's a mecca, like a big event where they have the West Coast, the East Coast, and all the other branches. But they do events like every month. So like if you can't make it to that event, don't worry about it. I honestly want to this year. I want to make it out to the OG branch and just hang out or whatever. But I I'm probably gonna plan on going to Arizona down in March. So I've never been to the West Coast. I've been to Virginia three times or something now. Done like 4 fights out there.
Okay. Where's the West Coast located at exactly? I'm still
They
new
have
to
they have a
Not the West
couple,
Coast.
not on the West Coast.
this.
And you're right. It's located in they do some in Las Vegas and they do some in Arizona. They have like a few different locations they pop back and forth between.
Okay. All right.
So they fight like their flooring is sand though. So it's going to be a little bit different than anything that you've probably fought in before. And in fact, I don't know. I've never grappled in sand, so I don't know how like hard that would be.
I mean, move the rocks out the way, it gets pretty easy.
It
Yeah.
hurts less than that turf.
You never even wrestled on the turf.
I tried to submit Reaper on the turf and I fucked up my knee. And
It's
all I did
not.
was just rested on it.
Look, I'll be honest. Like, if it was dirt and it was compact, this is better than that. And if it was raining and the dirt turned to mud, this is better than that.
That's
So you got that.
Yeah.
There's really not a lot of options. I mean, but mats in the rain, you're tearing ACLs and MCLs and snapping necks, and I mean you're flying all over the place. It's an ice skating rink. So, and plus the appeal of a backyard fight organization is to look as much like a backyard as possible. Right?
Yeah.
I feel like if you get too far outside of that and it looks too professional or amateur, then it's just not the same. And like same, I'll say it with the West Coast too. Like they have their own distinct look to it, and it's backyard fights, but it's in a different location. It's got the sand aspect. Like you see a fight from the West Coast, you see a fight from Virginia, you see a fight from the scrapyard. Like it's like changing backgrounds on a fighting game. Like they're all different.
Hmm.
Guys, got any questions in the comments for our guests tonight? They're gonna both be at the event this month. That's pretty badass. I'm hoping to get some more training sessions in beforehand. I got to find like a location first. Um, no, I got to find a location first and move equipment. And I'm working with somebody else. We're both trying to do the same thing. We're both trying to find a new location for training. I get a lot out of the training. I do. We do this. We usually do it like 3 weekends a month, and then the fight weekend we have our fights. But I was going to ask Scorpio, are you planning to move back?
No.
Hey, Heart in the Fight, I got a request. Can you guys have a Street Beefs West Coast shirt made for Scorpio? Oh, and Scorpio, do you have a Scrapyard shirt?
I actually don't.
Oh, I was gonna say we're gonna give it to Jimmy Fit.
Go get the.
We've made a trade, so this is how it works.
This is the official trade.
This is like a roster, right? And when we have a fighter we want to get rid of, or that wants to leave us, then we trade with another fighter. So we've essentially traded you for Jimmy Fit. I'm not going to be mean. I'm not going to say like somebody else that I want to say. We've essentially traded. We've given somebody back to the West Coast that we don't want anymore. Not you guys.
Well, yeah. Who'd you give to the West Coast for the Canadian?
We didn't get any. We just gave him back. We didn't.
Just
We didn't.
are they aware of that?
We just took that trade. We were just like, here, we regifted.
Regift.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. Real Lion. I mean, we could say we traded him for Real Lion, but Real Lion never fought in the West Coast, but he did move back to Washington. So, whatever.
Oh, he's back in Washington, like
He
officially now.
is. Yeah, Real Lion's
Oh,
back in
nice.
Washington. they got the twofer. Oh no, you're funny, man. You're all in the chat tonight. Blacksmith moved back to Arizona, but
Yeah.
I think he's fighting in some other fight organization, not Street Beefs.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, him and Lights Out. They're gonna.
Yeah, and Turtle, I think too. But
Turtle's on there.
it's weird. They're a fight organization that charges and stuff like money and
Yeah, because it's like
you know what?
$20 to get in.
People say I shouldn't care about what other fight orgs do, but to be honest, like when another fight org does something that it makes all of us look bad, you know, if they don't implement like rules on certain things, or if they're charging or doing this or doing that, then it can affect us. Like I got into it with King of the Streets today. You guys familiar with them?
Not really, but
I heard a little bit.
So they're a fight organization over in like the UK, and their fights, their videos are getting a lot of views, but they essentially have no rules and they fight on concrete, and it's like bare knuckle. And I don't know why on earth they have a referee in there when the referee does nothing, and they can bite each other, they can eye gouge, they can, dude, it is the most brutal thing. And this group that I work with on Instagram, if you want to look the video up and back me up a little bit, that's cool. But it's called Fight Lab. They've got like 600,000 followers on Instagram. But they posted one of the King of the Streets matches, and I was like, that's so brutal. It's just like guys stomping a dude's head into the ground, no rules. Like, and then I said something like, that's not that shows a complete lack of empathy for the fighters and them putting their, they're basically putting their lives on the line doing that stuff and they're paying them. But it's like major illegal when the people running it are wearing face masks and stuff, like they don't want to be seen. But anyway, the guy came back after me and just talking about like sending people to war and stuff like that has some kind of significance in it. And like he was just like not making a lot of sense as far as he's trying to justify what they do, but what it comes down to doing is he's playing this shock factor, and it's getting him a lot of views on YouTube, but at the expense of his fighters.
Yeah, there's no longevity in that.
No, there's not. And he's like, well, we haven't had a fighter die yet. Like, he says, fighters die in combat sports all the time. Like, yeah, but the more rules, the more safety precautions you add to it, the harder it is for something like that to happen.
Right.
I mean, a lot of people have died from just hitting their head on concrete, back of your head on concrete. That has no give to it. But I've gotten into it with them on YouTube. I've gotten into it with them on, not going on their stuff, but it was Demetrius Johnson did a breakdown of one of their fights, and he didn't like it either. And Joe Rogan's brought it up on his podcast, and they're all proud of the fact that Joe Rogan mentioned it, but Joe Rogan was like offended about them doing that kind of stuff because it was bad. But I don't know. What's your take on slap fights? What do you guys think of slap fights? Ben Shelley, aka Solo.
I think they're dumb.
I I'm a small dude compared to a lot of people that come to the scrapyard, so I would never do it. I'm too small for it.
I I
I,
feel like you got to be like a heavyweight to make it really
Super,
like
super.
really entertaining, you know?
I
Like
think
yeah,
the smaller guys, they just slap each other, but I don't feel like there's very many knockouts because they just don't have the force with the palm of their hand. Most of them don't to do it. Um, what I guess what I don't like about it is that it doesn't seem like it takes a lot of talent. You just have to have a strong chin
and a strong
and
arm.
a strong arm. But it's just like you can train. You can go to a gym and lift weights and get strong. You know, you go
Mhm.
fight in MMA, you have to have like some serious skill. You have to learn techniques.
That's
I guess that like if it's something you want to do, you know, I'm not downplaying. It's just not my thing, I guess.
yeah.
Scorpio, you might be a good candidate for slapboxing, to be honest. I'm not joking, dude. Like you got some mittens and you got some power behind your shots. And Heart in the Fight says that there's a few Street Beast fighters in power slap.
I don't know.
So,
I
I mean,
remember. I forget his name. Disturbing the Peace. I don't know if he's a power slash, but he did some sort of slap thing a few months last year.
hmm. Yeah, I don't know. There's some guys in Street Beefs that are into arm wrestling. There's some that are into slap competitions. Yeah, Jeremy, I get that there's some technique in it, but you can't compare the technique involved with slap boxing to MMA. I mean, really, like, come on, man. You know how many disciplines of MMA or disciplines of martial arts you have to know or at least be familiar with to be effective in MMA? I mean, but you know what? Maybe it just comes down to entertainment factor.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
Isn't that why we watch anything though?
Because they just want to see a knockout.
Yeah. And then that comes right back to that brutality people want to see. Oh, what about telephone booth boxing or
Oh my!
car
I
MMA? Like,
Wait, you
I'm
say
pretty
car?
sure all the stuff's coming from Russia. I like they come up with crazy stuff. I'm pretty sure. So we need to get a phone booth, guys, at the scrapyard. I'm gonna buy a
I'll
phone
do
booth.
that. I
You
would
would
do
do
that.
it?
Yep, I'll do that.
I mean, you have to cut it off at like cruiserweight because two heavyweights can't fit in the phone booth.
I'm gonna get a big
I'll break it.
phone booth.
You'll break it.
I'm gonna get a big phone booth too. So there's gonna be a little phone booth, the small guys, and then the big phone booth for the big guys. Ron Hubbard wants to know if "Stay Off My Lawn" is coming back. I think he's just waiting for warmer weather. To be honest, you know, a lot of these guys they just don't like the
Mhm.
cold, and I don't blame them. So
Yeah,
that's why you see some fighters are seasonal.
what's the weather been like this month?
How dare you speak about our weather, Mister Snooty, Arizona?
No,
Okay,
I'm just wondering.
today we had slight rain, heavy rain, misting rain, and moderate rain at different points of the day. Puddling in different locations, no flooding, um, no sun, darkness. Yeah. How was
Not you.
Arizona?
Bright.
I hate you.
I miss I miss Arizona and Cali.
Dude, I went to Florida last year. So nice. It it was like 80 something the whole time and it was
Oh man,
sunny and beautiful. I loved it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went to Cali. That was warm, sunny, nice.
Mhm.
Virginia was just hot when we went. That was a couple years ago. Dude, I fought A Train and Scarface on the same day, and it was like 100 degrees out when I fought him.
God.
All right, that's a little too hot.
And do
That's,
you know what
that's
cicada are?
Mhm.
They're these bugs that are like this big, and they don't really bite or anything. They're just like super annoying, and they fly like they were having like they only come out like every 12 years, and when we were there they were out, and like I was fighting A Train, and they make these sounds that sound like a car alarm going off in the distance. But anyway, I was fighting A Train, and one of them got close to him, and you see the fight, he like smacks it during the fight, and then it flies at me, and then I smack it. Like they're an annoyance, man. Super weird. Look up cicadas. Never seen those things before.
my roommate just looked it up.
Is that that's the sound?
Yeah,
That's it.
Yep.
They're so fucking. We have them in Illinois. They're just fucking annoying.
That's the
they
sound of
just a
summer.
bunch of yeah, they're just dead everywhere as the birds eat them. Just a, yeah, they like come out of the ground, birds will eat them, but when they don't get eaten, they're just annoying as shit, and it's just super loud everywhere.
So we got an outbreak of stink bugs this year. Like they're everywhere out here, like on the whole Key Peninsula and surrounding area. They can't bite you, but they're just like if you grab them and you smell your. That's why like you. There was one on my mic, and I grabbed it earlier and it smelled my hand. I wanted to know if like it like scented on me, and it's in here right now. Getting drunk, but it I used to just save them and throw them outside. I didn't want to smash them or anything. But now they're just like so annoying. They're everywhere. Like one of them will fly in, try to go in my ear or whatever, and they're just everywhere. But yeah, if you try grabbing them, they make this smell that it just smells really gross. Still have them around. Put one down the drain pipe today. Stink bugs. Yep. Never seen them before. It's just this year they really came out. They were like heavy in our house too, and everyone around my area was like, "What's with these weird bugs?" So I don't know if somebody released a freaking stink bug bomb or something. What happened? I have no idea. But Wisconsin had a ton of stink bugs this year too. Yankee and the Brit. Shout out Yankee and the Brit. Shout out Heart and the Fight. You guys, thanks for stopping in. Oh, Solo's down, or Scorpio's down.
It happens.
So I'm gonna premiere a fight, and by fight I mean my grappling match for the month. Um, I just want something simple to edit, so I edited that. So I'll leave you guys as commentary too. If you guys, I don't care if you guys want to commentate on it or whatever, but I uploaded it earlier, so here you. Oh, I hear no sound. Oh. Turn it down a little bit so you guys can commentate. What's up, everybody? Fire Chicken here for my monthly BJJ match. Lately, it's been people calling me out to do these, but I do like doing them, so I don't say no. So I actually did get called out by La Reina. I call it a call out, but it's just like, hey, do you want to do a BJJ match? And I didn't say no, so yeah, here we go. There is a weight difference, you guys, but I mean, like I didn't call him out, and I have grappled people that are like 260 pounds out here too. So it's not like I pick and choose people that are like super freaking light. Shout out Yankee and the Brit for the super sticker. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you guys. All right, back to it. Play. Shout out to my opponent, La Arena. That's all I got for you guys.
Hey guys, it's La Aranya. Decided to do a grappling match with Steve, aka Fire Chicken. It's gonna be good. Test out my grappling skills.
Okay, BJJ match. Went over the
Coach
rules
P.
before. Questions? Questions? Scrap.
1 5-minute round, first submission wins.
Let's take our time.
Oh, look at this.
Oh,
Failed though.
That's awesome.
Grab that leg. Grab the leg. Just tap.
I'm trying to stay nice and tight on top. He didn't give me that leg. Get past it. Yes, I got my jeans on. I don't even care. They're my stretchy maternity pants, I call them. When I eat too many cheeseburgers, I put those pants on.
Got bombs. Go under. Go under. Escape.
Yeah, I don't want any of that.
you hook the legs.
Go under. Escape. Let go of his
He could try to go. Well, I was gonna say he could try to go out the back door, but I tried for a topside triangle. But look, he's got that arm locked up nice and tight. He's not giving me that thing.
Grab him.
If he goes out, let me know.
If he goes out, let me know.
Now push up with your feet.
You gotta posture up.
I'm just
It
like,
was good that you have him broken down.
Get on your knees.
He builds his base back up.
Don't move that arm.
yeah.
Get on your knees.
I really couldn't do a whole lot with his arm back there. Like I'm not gonna finish the submission really.
You're right, Steve. You gotta get the angle. Why are you so hard on to his leg, Lorena?
Because if that arm goes to the other side, he takes
I didn't have the arm to try for an arm bar. And to be honest, like I had him in a position that I wasn't in any danger. He's eventually, and we're early in the round, so I'm not gonna run into like where I have to like let him go right away. I don't have to scramble for it right away. I was waiting for him to let go of it. I didn't want to just like scramble. Here I go. I'm trying to go back under it. I'm like, yeah, I'm laughing. I don't know what to do. Like.
Circle to your right, Lorena. Do it.
When his elbow's like that, his elbow is the key to go ahead and get in a shoulder lock.
Oh, you're talking like a omoplata or something? Or?
Kind of like you can get an omoplata from there too, from just swing your leg over, but you can also get a shoulder lock with your arm if you were to grab it.
Okay.
With your left hand.
Okay.
Push off.
Get your posture.
Okay, now I'm gonna lock that. I'm like, no, you ain't having that thing back. I ain't gonna let you do that.
There you go.
Trying to frame up a little bit, try to make some space.
Let's go. Let's look for
I'm just kind of looking for something, but honestly, what intrigued me here was thinking about doing a Kimura.
Let's do something. Put your arms on his.
And also, like, we're playing choke the chicken here. So, oh look, I'm gonna take a nap.
Are you serious?
You got posture up, Lorena.
Like, we're playing choke the chicken here. Like, you guys need to be, like, trying to get me. Because, honestly,
use both hands, man.
like, that's what everybody wants. They want to choke me out.
You're only using one arm at a time.
This is an arm in. I was trying to go for an arm in guillotine, but it's really not there.
2 hands, bro.
I can never get those.
He's using both arms.
No.
You're using one. Are you serious?
I usually get a good guillotine off like a takedown or something. Now I'm trying to isolate that arm. I got it.
Nope.
Okay, that is solid. That is in. I am slowly.
Roll to the other side.
Okay. I am slowly. I'm gonna go back a little bit. I'm slowly applying pressure here because this is just a backyard BJJ match, and if I were to completely reef on this, then I would basically tear his shoulder apart. But I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to get a submission. So I'm just trying to get a submission. I almost said Samora. Trying to get a submission here. So Coach P sees that I have this thing locked in pretty tight. I have my own hand on my wrist. I'm just basically slowly moving it up his back until he taps. I move it. You see me move it there. Coach P stopped it.
I'm gonna call it.
And you could see he kind of was like, I didn't tap. And I get that he didn't tap, but at some point you just have to be like, you're not going to get out of that. I had you locked down with my hips, and all I had to do was just keep moving it up.
Your winner by ref
So
stoppage.
I don't like that win because I feel like he didn't tap, but
It was a
it is
safety.
what it is.
Can't really be mad on anyone for that.
No, Nah.
especially with him being a boxer. Like that's really
Yeah.
really dangerous. Got to be careful with that.
I think he's got some grappling experience. That's the thing. Like sometimes I go out there and I'll be like, "Yeah, I'll grapple you," and then the person I grapple, like you today, man. Well, okay, I've seen you grapple before, but some people I'm just like, it's just a complete like shot in the dark. I have no idea what I'm getting into. I
Right.
don't know. Like rolling with you today, like I had no idea where your skill is. Like but training is whatever. Like I didn't care.
Hmm.
I told everybody that I'm like, I'll get tapped out. I don't care. You know how many times I've been tapped out in practice? I mean, it's part of the thing. It's just there's no pride or anything there. It's just so
Right. It's just learning. That's really all that really is.
it's learning.
Like you get tapped out, ask the person like, "Oh, hey, how did you set this up, or how did I get into this situation to where you can get that tap?"
It's why I like going to like BJJ schools sometimes or places where they have black belts because
Mhm.
I want to get tapped out like over and over again so I could see like it keeps me humble, it keeps me wanting to learn, and it shows me the difference of somebody that's got that black belt or that experience level.
Right.
So yeah, you just can't ever stop learning.
You think Terrifier could be the one to submit you?
I am not rolling with Terrifier. No, thank
That
you.
that'd be really good. That would be a good
No,
match.
no, it wouldn't. No. I mean, have you guys ever heard of what's called the Boyd belt system?
The what?
The
So
Void?
I want to say Henner Gracie or one of the Gracies came up with it. It's called the Boyd belt system. I think I have that correct. And what it is it basically um, acknowledges is that different levels or I mean, I'm sorry, different ages and different weights of two people grappling affect the advantages and disadvantages of rolling. So, okay, he does it like for every 20 pounds you have on your opponent, you're a one belt higher than they are. So, like me today rolling with somebody that is 20 pounds less than me, it would be like if we were the same belt level, it's basically saying that I have an advantage because I'm 20 pounds heavier. Same goes with age. If you are 60 years old or 50, it's a 10-year difference in age. So a 30-year-old going up against a 20-year-old and they're the same exact, it has to do with like muscle mass and retaining muscle as you get older. But there is a difference between somebody that is 10 years difference once you get up to about 30, that I would say like, and you're going against a 40-year-old, you're probably going to see a difference in age probably, but unless you're fire chicken, I don't age, I guess. But then yeah, so 20 pounds or 10 years. But he called it the Boyd belt system. So essentially like a brown belt going up against a black belt, and the brown belt has 20 pounds. It evens the playing field more.
honestly,
Gold belt. I don't know.
I
You
didn't
can
hear about that.
I can't remember if it was Joe Rogan or Henner Gracie or one of them were talking about it, but
Hmm.
um yeah, you're right, man. People who don't grapple don't understand the concept of tapping when it's not hurting. Um Especially with heel hooks and stuff, man. I don't throw that kind of stuff. I'm not much of a leg locker, but that stuff's really dangerous. People have no idea like how quickly you can end something when hold on.
All right. Well, my phone's about to die, so I gotta dip out.
All right, man. Hey, thanks for coming on here, and I
Yeah.
will see you on the 21st.
Yes, sir.
And you better bring that damn Yoda onesie. Just saying.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
I'm not
You
serious.
too.
Go ahead and bring the Yoda onesie. You could fight in a onesie, I don't care, or a Sailor Moon costume for that matter.
All right.
I'm just saying, Scorpio, like a Sailor Moon costume with you would be like it would
Video
get some
taken down.
attention. It would make Crazy Legs jealous. Peace out, man.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Just found out about this recently. Glad you guys are keeping the safety measures strong for the sake of the sport and the fighter lifetime. We are trying. Thank you so much for Jam Garage. Bring that damn Yoda onesie, the Golden Child says. What belt in BJJ is chicken? So we talked about this today, King Kai.
Mhm.
I actually don't have a belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because I've done no gi like the whole time. I have a gi, but I use it for training purposes, and I have a white belt. So, but belt stuff it matters, but it doesn't. If that makes sense. Like you can't gauge somebody's grappling ability 100% on a belt. How many black belts have been tapped out in the UFC by a lower belt rank? I don't know the number. I'm just saying, like, it's happened a lot. You don't,
Right.
especially if the black belt isn't actively partaking in MMA BJJ, because MMA BJJ and sport BJJ are very much different. Butt scooting and not having any defense to punches is yeah, it doesn't set you up for knowing how to block a shot, you know. What's up, Long John?
Yeah, that happened with me and Scotty. That's why in the second round he got all them hits on me. I was acting like it was like a jiu-jitsu match, and then just saw a whole bunch of hits coming my way.
Yeah, man. I think because I come from an MMA background, why I like to use a lot of head control and wrist control, because it takes your opponent's ability away from them to be able to punch you, basically.
Hmm.
10th Planet, yeah, Mitt Chronic. 10 Planet's some good stuff. We got some guys that come out that do 10 Planet Jiu-Jitsu. But yeah, it helps to nullify the the punches and stuff. There we go. Okay. But man, it is, oh dude, we've been on here forever. I want to
About 2 hours.
I'm pretty impressed with the number of people that we've had consistently on this chat for almost 2.5 hours. This tank fight is crazy. They scrapping. What tank fight, Jimmy? What are you talking about? I don't know what he's talking about. I gotta know. Are you watching alive? What? Come on, Jimmy Fit. Well, we're gonna find out. Oh, R.I.P. to Victoria Lee. So she was a one fighter that passed away, I believe, today. R.I.P. 18 years old. It's unfortunate. Yeah, 23 people. I mean, you got to figure my channel is not a podcast channel. Was that hold on. I just seen somebody say something and then it went away. Where'd it go? Was that you in the clip talking earlier from the November full event? I don't commentate on that. Shit. Hold on. Dude, if you don't like it, fuck off. Sorry. I'm going to get demonetized for that. This isn't a podcast channel, guys. This is for us to be able to talk to each other and associate with the fighters like our 170-pound MMA champion here. It's not for everybody, and you don't obviously have to be here, but if you want to be, we had like 50 something people on continuously earlier, so that was cool. The fight videos get tens of thousands of views. The live feeds like this, they get 1,500. So whatever. It's what I said earlier, though. It's not about it's not about getting a bunch of views on this stuff. It's about being able to talk to the audience. And if I got 50 people that are interested in what we have to talk about, then that are interested in more than just the fights and want to know about the fighters, then it's worth it. So as long as we keep getting more people like this, that's why I said I'm happy with the consistent amount of people in the chat tonight. Before, man, I did this back when we had like 4 people in here, and then you just keep doing it and building it up, and then it's like 4, 10, 20, and I've had 60 plus people on here, 80 plus people at one time. And maybe channels that are primarily focused around podcasting have more consistent people on there like that, but this isn't one of those channels. So I'm getting yelled at. So I'm probably going to get off here, guys. King Kai, it's been an honor having you on, and I'll see you on the 21st.
Always.
All right, man. Peace out.
All right.
Oh, I cut him off early. Sorry about that, man. Thanks, King Kai. Thanks, Scorpio. Thanks for everybody that's taking the time to jump into the conversation here, and the positive people, and the troll that I had to kill today. He kept resurrecting, and I kept squashing him. So we get that every once in a while, guys. The bigger we get, the more haters we get, but we get a lot of love too. So I try to focus more on the love, but I still got to squash those. I got to squash those haters. Next time will be double. Thank you. Hopefully, maybe, but if not, if it's just you guys, that's cool. So, before I go, I want to leave you with something, and it is basically a video that Solo made, and it's about his experience today at our gym. So I'm going to just play that for you guys. So also, before I do that, what I want to do is, I want to link you to Solo's personal Facebook, or not Facebook. Sorry. I want to link you guys to Solo's personal YouTube channel. Where did he post that? Damn it. Did he post that in our fight group? He sent me something earlier. Oh, shit. Well, I don't know where it is. So I'm just going to play it for you guys. So this is all original music by Solo himself. This is Solo being Solo, and I love it. Fighter of the Year. Yep, Solo got Fighter of the Year. So here we go.
I know what I say doesn't always happen every single day. What I mean to be is open to a person like you and me. What I give, what I get, haven't reached the final bit. What I can, I do. Hey, motherfucker, I'm talking to you. You know this song is so well. My friend, I hope I don't see you again, 'cause it's not gonna work out for you. No, it's not by the fingers. when I have the upper hand, yes I do, and I do too. Notice me.
What is that?
'Cause I'm
What is
thinking
that?
about every night what's gonna be. When I wake up in the morning and I don't feel the same, look over the shoulders to see who's to blame, but all I see is a goddamn mirror. My face looking back and it's all so clear. I'm my own demise. Forget the nightmares, forget the other guys.
There's King Kai.
I'm my worst problem. Have you got a problem with that? Because I don't, and I do, and it's not always true. And I do what I can to make myself a better man.
End of the round.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude, you have no idea how loud those kicks were.
I bet you do too. And I know you do.
Who wants to fight IQ this month?
I like the thing that I'm doing. Right on through. 'Cause nothing
Yeah.
can change my mind. Nothing stands in my way. Everybody has that day. Well, today's my day. And nothing's gonna slow me down. Nothing's gonna
Hey.
from me 'cause I've got it all locked up.
Nice.
Tell my friend, what are you gonna do?
That's the thing.
But I do.
Oops.
But I do. And I do. When I say, I'll say, just to tell. I say it
Hi,
so
guys.
well. Yeah, so well.
Thanks for watching. Another solo production. Hey, Solo, you're getting better at the video stuff. You just got to change the aspect ratio of your filming. So when you're filming, don't hold the phone vertical, hold it sideways, and it'll fill up the whole screen better. But your video editing is doing good, and I like the music. Solo original. There we go. Thanks, Ben. That's all I got for you guys tonight. It's been what kind of list? I don't know what you mean. Love the music. Was perfect. So Ben, Solo, Shelly, he's got his own Ben, you should have posted the link to the YouTube channel. I wanted to share it for everybody that is not subscribed to your channel. Let me see if I can find it really quick. You guys get quality content out of Ben. Let me see here. Came right up. Oh, there it is. Okay. I am gonna, dude, Ben, you need 1,000 subscribers. Like, you really do. You put out like good content. So guys, if you guys could like try to share this and get people to subscribe to Ben, that'd be awesome. Solo is good. He gets so many views on our channel, and it's just like so criminal that doesn't have at least 1,000 subscribers yet on YouTube. He does put out content. So okay, I am really going this time, I promise you. So with that said, love you all. Fire Chicken out.